Good morning. This is Amazon Jew coming to you from our war room in Wyoming. And I opened up the browser this morning, and Comey's book is being plastered all over as though it were gospel. I think we've learned by now that Comey and Clapper and Yates and Obama and Clinton and Steele Dossier and John McCain and Loretta Lynch and all of these guys that, Cheryl Mills and Hillary's lawyer, that is, we're all pretty much caught in their biggest lie so far. I wonder what happened to the Russia thing. Well, now we're on to more of what the IRS should be doing for tax evasion and finance committee laws, and they go and raid the president's attorney, which has never been done. Seems like they're going down a lot of roads that have never been done before, trying to catch the president so they can possibly impeach him at some point down the road. I think they're going to have a really hard time with that because Americans are flat pissed off, and we're not stupid. One of their stories this morning by the Washington Compost um, claimed that Americans all want to see Trump's tax returns and his IRS records and stuff. They couldn't get them any other way, so they had to bring in New York to do it. And I think we pretty much figured out that that's just another plan for them to look at business dealings of the president that they couldn't get otherwise. And this is too far. All of Mueller's witnesses, from Rosenstein down to Clapper and Yates and Brennan and all of those guys, they're pretty much, their testimony is garbage because they've all been caught lying, and their credibility is definitely damaged. Comey's book is definitely going to damage his credibility, and Rosenstein, being a pal of all these guys and being the boss of Mueller, is going to damage his. They have no real evidence. They have no real witnesses, so they're digging around in campaign finance laws. And Mueller continues to step over the dead bodies of the Clinton administration and the Obama administration to go after a sitting president. This is all bogus. I hope Americans don't fall for their bullshit on this. I know I won't. And I think pretty much anybody else who's followed all of these stories got it quite understood that this is just another witch hunt and another rabbit hole to take us down. Mueller won't even say how much money he's cost us by now, which is up in the $7 and $8 million bracket, and won't release the financial records on that. Judicial Watch is doing their best to try to keep up with filing on freedom of information, and they're getting little by little, but yet Nunes and Congress are getting little bits of over 1 million pieces of information that the FBI and the DOJ refuse to turn over. This is going to get a little sticky come the midterms because Democrats are going to try to play on this as though Trump is a crook, and using Stormy Daniels, a consensual affair from 12 years ago, as bait to fool the nation into voting Democrat. Well, I'll tell you what, they've damaged themselves pretty good all by themselves. They've been proven out to be liars and crooks and rogues and just, gone rogue. I mean, they're out to take away your tax returns that you've got, your tax reform that just happened. They want to take back control any way they can get it. And if we fall for that and go against what the president is doing, it'll defeat the purpose of electing Donald Trump. So this is why it's very, very important that we get out to vote in November and only vote constitutional-minded Republicans, and vote out as many Democrats as we possibly can on your local level, your state level, and of course the federal level. We've got to put Dianne Feinstein, Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, Gillibrand, and Corker and Flake and McCain. All their heads need to be on the chopping block. Bernie Sanders. These guys are out to destroy the country and to destroy what President Trump is trying to do for America by making it great again. I know the Republicans aren't doing very well as far as getting the messaging out, and that's what we do, is we try to tell you every day what's going good, because all you'll see in the mainstream media is what's going wrong. I think he handled Kim Jong-un pretty good so far. I think he's debating about the Syria thing, and I think he should. There are reports that it was a false flag attack, and he needs to be real sure before he goes in there. The Democrats want him to bomb Assad. They wanted to overthrow that regime for the last 5 years. And why should we play into their hands? I hope the president takes a real good look at that before doing anything. I would like to see a replacement of Elaine Choi for transportation. She's going along with these mandates and ELD logs that's going to destroy the small trucking industry in this country. And we already have a big shortage of truckers because they don't want to deal with this bullshit. It's micromanaging, and I don't blame them. I'm one of them. So with that, I'll let you guys go this morning, but take the weekend off. All it's going to be is about Comey and what a great guy he is. First they love him, then they hate him, now they love him again because he's attacking Trump. And Comey's a liar. He lied under oath. He knew he was lying, and so did all his little pals. And Rosenstein needs to be fired. He's playing right into the hands of Mueller, and he signed off on the letter to fire Mueller and now, or fire Comey, and now all of a sudden he's a Democrats' love child. Fuck Rosenstein. It's time for him to go. So with that, spend your weekend doing something important and taking care of your people. These guys are going to fight this out for a few weeks, and don't bother buying Comey's book. You're better off buying a doorstop for your door when the weather changes. And this is Amazon Jude signing off from Wyoming. Be smart. Learn to read between the lines with these Main Street media papers, because they're all in the tank for the Democrats, and we know it.